Uh, Hello everyone. Now we are going to do quick revision of rules of grammar. As you have already seen Nimisha Bansal ma'am videos, this is my handwritten rules. Now we will do just quick revision. We will try to finish as early as possible within time frame. So let's get started. First rule: difference between each and every. There are always followed by a single, each and every always followed by singular noun. Each of my student, example, we will take the example, each of my student is very talented. Each student is very talented. Each of my student is very talented. Each student is very talented. Each is an individualistic approach. Every is a general approach. Each, two or more thing. Every is only for more than two thing. Every, more than two thing. Each, two or more thing. Next, both and not. This can't be used together. In case of we have to use not, we use neither nor. This is, for example, this is a war which both sides cannot win. This is a wrong sentence. This is a war which neither side can win. This is a correct sentence. Both and not will not be together. Neither goes before singular countable nouns. Not either in relation to two things. Not either in relation to two things. Neither goes before a singular countable nouns. Neither always goes before singular countable noun. Usage of relative pronoun. Relative pronouns are who, whom, which, that. Who and whom are mainly used for people and domestic animal. Who and whom mainly used for people and domestic animal. Which for non-living thing. That can be used for people, animal and things. That can be used for people, animal and things. That can be used for people, animal and things. All note, this is the note: all, any, the only, the same, none, much, no, little, no, the little, the few, something, anything, nothing, and superlative degrees are always followed by that. These are the things always followed by that. All, that, any of that, the only, the things, that, the same is always followed by that. None is followed by that. Much is followed by that. No is followed by that. The little, the few, something. Next note is whoever is a subjective approach, whomever is a objective pronoun. Next rule: there are three types of conditional sentence. Type of conditions: condition possible to fulfill, condition is there. Condition in theory possible to fulfill, condition not possible to fulfill, too late. Means जो होने वाला है, means the things which is about to fulfill, there is a possibility, and second, there is a in theory that is it is possible that it will going to happen. And third condition is it is not at all possible, it is too late, we are too late. Let's start with first condition. First type is a simple present tense. We use simple present, will, future or modal verb, or shall, can, will, must plus v1. Second, simple past. First simple present, second simple past, third past perfect. Here we use will or future. In simple past we use v1 or could, might, would. We can use would, could, modal auxiliary or v1. Here comes must, here comes modal plus v1. Simple present will, v1. Here comes simple past tense, v1, and past perfect would, have plus third form. Or we can use any modal auxiliary, any modal plus v3, have plus v3, sorry, because modal is always followed by v1. We use here v3. If I study, you don't need to mug up this thing. You have to just know these three examples. If I studied, I will pass the exam. If I studied, I would pass the exam. If I had studied, I would have passed the exam. You just have to need to learn these three examples, not these rules and all. You just have to mug up these three examples. If I studied, I will pass the exam. If I studied, I would pass the exam. If I had studied, I would have passed the exam. Not applicable in the case of universal truths. Whenever it comes that we have to say the universal truth, or the condition is that it is a universal truth, that sun rises in east, like that. If you heat water, it turns into vapor, like that. You have to you does not have to use these conditions. Okay, you can write it in a simple present form, like here it is, it turns into vapor. Next rule, rule 5, one of the usage, one of the always followed by. Wherever we see of in the of in the sentence, we have to always follow it by plural noun. Then next, that or who etc plus singular or plural verb. It depends upon the subject. Always verb is always followed by a singular subject. When the relative pronoun is used, who that is not used, means one of the nouns is actually the subject, then singular verb is used. When the relative pronoun is used and one of the nouns is actually the subject, then plural verb is used. We will try to understand these two things that with the examples that there are many birds on the tree. One of the bird is red. That is one of the birds that fly over my house at night. Here one of the birds, here it is one of the birds. When the relative pronoun who that is not used, means means you have, here they did not use who that, here they use that. That means it is followed by a singular noun. And whenever they use that who, that means we have to followed by it a plural noun. You understand these things? One of the rule is one of the is always followed by a plural noun, because it comes with of, one of the plural noun. It will use plural noun, like this has used one of the birds, one of the birds. That here comes relative pronoun. Relative, whenever the relative pronouns comes in the one of the condition, we use plural noun, because here comes relative pronoun and here does not come who, that, etc. That's why we use singular verb here, even despite the noun is plural. We use singular verb. Why? Because here relative pronoun isn't there. Next example we take, if the sentence follows the forms the only one of the plus plural from who, that, etc., a singular verb is used. The condition is the only one. Their condition is one of the, and here the condition is the only. Whenever we see the only one of the, we have to use plural noun plus singular verb. Plural noun plus singular verb. If there is a combination of number plus unit plus noun, number plus unit plus adjective, we always followed by a singular form of the unit. How we will follow that? Like we saw a 10-inch snake. Unit is singular. What is unit? This is a 10-inch. We saw a 10-inch snake. 10 is a number, inch is a unit, and snake is a noun. So it will be followed by a singular form. She gave me 2 500 rupee notes. Here 100 is a unit, here 5 is a number, and rupee 100 is a unit. Rupee notes. Notes is a noun and rupee is an adjective. Adjective cannot be plural. If they have just written 2 500 rupees, it will not going to happen. How will it not going to happen? Because rupee, it will be act as adjective if not notes we have not written there. Here notes have written, because notes is a noun and it can be written as plural. Plural can be happen only in two cases. Either it has to be a noun or verb. Okay, understand? Here we talk about two, and that's why we have written here notes. We have snake, 10-inch snakes. Let's go further. If first in sentence non-explanatory, so we use singular. Another we can say it, 10-inch snake is a non-explanatory. That's why we use another thing. Another shortcut or method is understand where we have to use s or make the noun plural We just have to say see that the thing is explanatory or not. 10-inch snake is not an explanatory sentence, but here they explain what is 500 rupees. What is that? It is a note. That's why it comes as a plural. Another examples, I have 5 rupees, plural unit. I have 5 rupees. I have 5 dozen. They did not explain what they have in 5 dozens. Either it's mango, orange, or anything. They did not mention here. But here they mention they have rupees. That's why it comes as a plural. And rupees comes here as a noun. This is not an adjective because it does not come before noun. That's why itself called as a noun. And noun can be plural and noun can be singular. I hope this rule is very clear to all of you. If there is more than one unit, units are always arranged in ascending order. Always arranged in ascending order. Thousands of lakhs of students took the test. Students take a test and teachers give the test. Note, this is a note. Students take a test and teachers give the test. Handful, handfuls. Glassful, glassfuls. Fistful, fistfuls. Such units are called arbitrary units. He pulled out a handful coins from his pockets. I used 2 handfuls of pasta per person. Drink a glassful of water with his medicine. She drank 2 whole glassfuls. Here just they have shown the plural forms of handful, glassful, fistful. She is one of the mothers who are really working hard to make both ends meet. Sorry, this is an example of somewhere like this is the example of this one of the things. She is one of the mother. Here who came, relative pronouns. So we are just going to revise that rule. Here who came, that's why here are is came. Okay, understand? Relative pronoun they have come, that's why we have used here plural pronoun in case of one of the. Okay, understand? Let's move to rule number 7. Expression of time, money, speed, weight, height, distance, when used or covered in one way, usually take a singular verb. Or however, when these expressions are used or covered in various ways, a plural verb is used. Like we will try to understand with examples. 5,000 rupees is his salary. Here just one thing is mentioned. It is this 5,000 rupees is his salary. That's why here singular verb is used. 5,000 rupees were spent on food and entertainment. Here many things have explained food and entertainment. That's why they have used plural verb here. 6 weeks is not long enough. They are just saying that this week is a singular, means it's not long enough. Okay, understand? Whenever these expressions we have used for a single thing, then we use singular verb. And whenever these things have used for many terms and many subjects, so like food, entertainment, and etc., we have to use it as a plural verb. Okay. Certain cases of comparison, that a noun is always compared with the noun, and the subject is always compared with the subjective forms. Okay, gold is more precious than all metal. Gold itself a metal, that's why it cannot be compared with that. I hope you all are familiar with this rule. Gold is more precious than any other metal. Gold is metal. That means in first sentence gold is comparing with gold. It's like that. Diamond is precious than all metal. Diamond is not a metal. Diamond is non-metal. Therefore, we can compare this like that. Okay, we have to compare both the things like the same thing. Preposition of time, since and for. For and since are used when something in past and continues in the present. For and since, like something is happening in the past and still continues in the present. That's why we use since and for. And there is one condition, we use since and for only in the case of perfect tense. The and for is used for time and space. Since is used for a particular point of start. Like for is for the duration, since is for the point of start. Okay, that can be second, minute, hours, days, months, or even years. The amount of time does not need to be exact. In case of for, the time is not to be exact, but in case of a since, the point of start should be mentioned. Point of time, specific time of the beginning, last Tuesday 2088 or midnight. Let's take an example. He has here for 6 months and still can't speak English. For they have here mentioned a 6-month duration. I have only known her since the beginning of the last week. Beginning. They have mentioned here beginning. Since is always followed by simple past tense. Since is always followed by simple past tense. I had been waiting for him since the time I had completed. Here perfect tense is wrong and we have to use here I completed my graduation, like that. Here simple tense, simple past tense has used. Since is always followed by simple past tense. When two actions occurred in past, the actions which happened earlier is denoted by past perfect, and the action which happened later is like we just have to remember one example. The patient had died before the doctor arrived. Here is the correct sentence. We use past perfect. Earlier the first thing happened, we use perfect. Second thing happened, we use simple. First thing perfect, second thing simple. Okay, understand? We just have to mug up this one example. The patient had died before the doctor arrived. He finished the work after we had met him. We use possessive adjective my, our, his, her, their, our before a gerund. We always we use possessive adjective. Where we use possessive adjective before a gerund. I hope you don't mind my borrowing car. My is an objective case. I, me, my, mine. My is an possessive adjective case. We know that chart. I, me, my, mine. We, you, we, us. We, you, we, our. Like that. That chart has their gerund. V1 plus ing is used as a noun. Gerund means V1 plus ing, means noun form plus ing. Law of inversion. Inversion means putting the verb before the subject. It is literally technique in which normal order of the word. Law of inversion. There are two types: partial inversion, complete inversion. Now the case of no sooner than. No sooner had I enter. Partial inversion means verb comes before the subject. This is called the inversion. In case of no sooner, we always use had I entered. And in case of no sooner, always remember that we have to use than here, not when. Okay, no sooner had I entered the class than it began to rain. Here we have to just use a simple present, simple tense. Okay, simple tense. Okay, no sooner had I entered. Okay. Next example, he never goes to temple. Neither does she. Here verb comes before the subject. Okay, understand? Law. This is called as law of inversion. Whenever we use normal places like school, colleges, church, bed, table, hospital, market, prison, jail, court, temple, mosque, university, etc., for which they are being made, the article the is not used before them. But when this article places before secondary purpose, we are using them to denote the secondary purpose, to identify some other objects. The article the is used before them. Like he goes to temple. This is a primary purpose. Anybody could go to the temple for prayers. His home is just beside the temple. We are representing our home with the help of temple. That's why we use the here. Okay, the primary purpose to work for join. Here just explanation had given there. Okay, I hope you understand that rule. Now we will move further. Whichever adverb like no sooner, hardly, scarcely, these are always followed by when. No sooner, hardly, scarcely is always followed by when. Hardly had I begun, and here hardly had I begun to speak when I was interrupted. No sooner had I. We have seen this case before. Here inversion is used. No sooner had I. Hardly, scarcely, barely, always followed by when. and no sooner is always followed by than. No sooner is always followed by than. Remember this thing. No sooner than. And hardly, scarcely, when. Okay. Use reflexive pronoun as the object of a sentence. Object means whom or what. There are certain words which are always followed by an object. Enjoy, well, absent. There are certain words which are always followed by an there are certain words which are always followed by an object. Enjoy, well, absent, pride, adjust, reconcile, acquit, amuse, resign, avenge, exert, apply, adopt, etc. He enjoyed himself. Here we use reflexive pronoun of the party. He absented himself from the class. This is also an objective case. Here we use reflexive pronoun. There are certain words which are not followed by reflexive pronoun as their object. Keep, stop, turn, qualify, bathe, move, rest, hide, etc. are not followed by reflexive pronoun. He hid himself. It is a wrong, incorrect sentence. He hid in the room. We have so far completed 16. Let's complete this rule and we will stop. Whenever the two subjects are connected by, as well as, together with, along with, and not, in addition to, like, unlike, with, rather than, except, no, less than, nothing but, more than one, the verb agrees with the first subject. Whenever this have seen in the sentence, we have to consider the verb as per the first subject, like ram, as well as. Here as well as comes, so we use the verb as per the ram. Ram is a singular, so we use keeps as a singular verb. Ram, as well as his friend, keeps asking me many questions. He and not his friends. And here and come, and not. Here and not is given, and not given. He. So we use he and not his friends are found. This is the incorrect sentence. We have to use is here. Okay? Understand? Note, there is one note. We follow the same rule, that is verb agrees with the first subject when two subject connected by, governed by, accompanied by, but, besides, led, run by, etc. The teachers along with the principal. Here teachers is a plural, so we use plural noun. Okay. Comparison are usually done between the same things. As we have already seen this rule, we will just complete this rule. She is taller than me. Me is the object. Me is the objective form. I is the subjective form. She is the subject. So we subject ka compare. We always have to compare subject with subject, object with object. Subject. She is the subject. She is taller than I. This is the correct sentence. We can't use me here because me is an objective. I, me, my, mine. Okay. I like chocolates more than me. Incorrect sentence. I like chocolates more than I. She likes chocolates more than I. In the first sentence, we cannot compare chocolate with me. Chocolate cannot be compared with the person, so me is wrong. Chocolate cannot be compared with the person. Okay, understand? Whom. Who is a subjective pronoun. Whom is a objective pronoun. He, she. She, who. And him, her, whom. Mr. Dixit consulted an astrologer whom she met in the Sonpur. She met whom. Here we have to question the sentence that whom she is going to meet. Whenever the answer will come, that the objective answer will come. She is going to meet him, like that. The him is an objective case. Him. So we use whom here. Jyoti is the girl who got the job. Who here why who we use? Because here got is a verb. Verb always come after the subject. That's why we have to use here some subjects. And subject for subjective case we have to use who here. Because who got the job? Because she got the job. Here we have to use she. We does not have to her got the job. We are not using that her got the job. We need here she. So for she we use who here. understand, we have to ask the question to the sentence. What answer is coming? Either is subjective. Subjective means she, he, I. These are the subjective case. If the subjective case is your answer, then you use who as a reflexive, as a subjective pronoun. Okay, and the answer will come like that: him, her. We have to use objective pronoun. Okay, so let's stop here. I will continue in the next video. Thank you so much for watching the video.